XRP Future Millionaire. It's 8:47 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Saturday morning. Woke up a little earlier today. My son's starting to wake up. Julie's obviously incapacitated, but you will get no complaints from me because I go each and every day as if it's a new day. We all have our struggles. We all have our challenges. But at the end of the day, if we stride past them, we can accomplish a hell of a lot each and every day. So what we need to get to is obviously an overlook of the charts. We're also going to read IMF urges El Salvador to scale back its Bitcoin push, and they came out yesterday again and threw out some pretty interesting things. And then I wanted to go over the total XRP sale by Ripple increases sharply in Q4 of 2021. So we're going to read both of those things. And then I also want to get over Bitcoin and XRP because we're starting to move a little bit like we talked about a couple days ago, and we said that we could have a 10% to 50. Here's what I put out. And a lot of people gave me a lot of heat for it because they said, well, how can we be going up, blah, blah, blah. But I put down, well, I put out a lot about it, actually. Where did I put it? I put out so much content that I can't even find it now. I talked about a 10%, a 10 to 15% pump. Oh, right here. 3 days ago, XRP bullish before Fed pump, retest of head and shoulders. And then I talked about the bull trap for 3 or 4 straight updates. So I've been trying to keep everybody ahead. I've talked about how we're going to go down after, but I've talked about how we have a chance to go up 10 to 15%. And that's what we're in the midst of right now. So that's why I put you guys out in front. But I guess if you're new to the channel, that's a good way for you to see some of my content. So real quick, Bitcoin is bouncing off at 37,571. It looks like we're going to hit that top of the cup. I wouldn't see any reason why, now that we've extended up, why we won't go and retest that 38,800 area. That's what we've been talking about. We could get rejected at 38,464, but this is exactly what we talked about, where in fact we're riding things beautifully. This is the retest, and I think after this we're going to lose all of our strength because we really don't have anything, guys. Look at that volume. It's still getting worse. This 30-minute segment has been a little bit better, but it's been atrocious. When you go look at the total crypto market cap, it's a dead giveaway that this is a bull trap. And I'll show you how you can tell that. Look at the total crypto market cap volume when we had sufficient moves. Right? Now on this move up, look how the volume has crashed. That's a huge drop in volume in the total crypto market cap. You don't usually see that when you're moving up. So it's come down just like it was when we were dropping now. So that's not a good sign. So I think 1.76 trillion would be the expected move on the total crypto market cap, which gives us about 3.11% still we have. So that's what I'd be looking out for there. In Bitcoin, we already talked about 38,000. 464 looks like a nice spot, or 39,000, just below 39,000. We could have a wick over 38,464 like we did and not even come to 39, but this looks like a prototypical head and shoulders building in the short term, in the 30-minute. The XRP has 64.86 support. We talked about how it could come up to that 65.446 last night, which it likely should, even though that volume, guys, is telling the story. So when this gets up there, don't get trapped. That volume is so fucking low. I can't even believe it. I can't believe XRP is that low right now on the 30-minute with it even coming up like this. So I'd say your upside is going to be capped without a big surge of volume at about 5.75% from here. If we get a little bit of a surge, we get to 68 and maybe to the top of 75 cents, but it's going to be very hard to get up there, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. XLM bounced off 19.4 like we thought, and now we're looking to see if we can make it to 22. That's why I have that line up there, because if it breaks up, it would go up there. So XLM's at, this morning, 204, and XRP's at 62. That puts them about 1 cent apart, so they're pretty even. XDC, We're still below. We've had a few fake outs, but right now we're still using this area very tightly. But 5.8, 5.77 support, 6.7 resistance, and it's very tight. I think we can make it up there. I think we've already shown our pattern and exposed it. And this will ride up. So you're looking at, if you're lucky, about 7%, but you might get cut off here at 5.85%. But if the whole market trends up, you're going to have a little bit more of an upside. DGB at 2226. We've still got that overwhelming support. I don't want to confuse anybody because we were going over scenarios, which has, some of them are right in the midst of happening, obviously, but that downtrend is probably going to happen when we're going to see if we can even get past this, because we've been getting rejected by that. But in this scenario, you would expect it to come and start getting squeezed and then come down. That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting it to hit that 2352, but it very easily could get resisted upon on that downtrending resistance. Make sure to hit that like button. I'm going to hit this intro, and then we're going to read the 2 articles. All right, so thank you for tuning in, everybody. So first things first, total XRP sale by Ripple increases sharply in Q4 2021. Overall ODL related sales reached 1,039 million. Global XRP volume decreased slightly in the recent quarter. Ripple recently published its Q4 2021 XRP markets report and highlighted significant jump in total XRP sales by the company. For the fourth quarter of 2021, the blockchain firm reported overall sales net of purchases of 717.07 million compared to 491.74 million during Q3. An enormous jump was reported in ODL related sales as the figures breached the level of 1,039 million, which is substantially higher compared to 491 million in the third quarter of 2021. The company noted that all the ODL related sales are attributed to the growth and adoption of on-demand liquidity. In terms of network activity, Ripple reported a dramatic rise in the last quarter with more than 130 million transactions on XRP Ledger. According to the company, XRP Ledger was built with sustainability in mind. Ripple has been a buyer of XRP in the secondary market and expects to continue to undertake purchases in the future at market prices as ODL continues to gain global momentum. Total sales by Ripple net of purchases ended the quarter at 43 BPS of global XRP volume, according to Crypto Compare top tier CCTT volumes, Ripple said. In December, Exchanger.com announced it will develop carbon solution on the XRPL, given its performance, scalability, and inherently green attributes. The XRP Ledger was built with sustainability in mind and is one of the first major carbon neutral blockchains. The company added Ripple Services. In the last 12 months, Ripple's products and services witnessed immense demand from financial institutions around the world, be it cross-border payments infrastructure or CBDC-related solutions. The company partnered with some of the leading names in the global financial services industry during the past year. In October 2021, the company introduced RippleNet's ODL deployment in the Middle East. The blockchain firm also joined the Digital Pound Foundation to focus on the development and implementation of Digital Pound in the UK. And then I want to end with this, and this is very short and sweet. IMF urges El Salvador to scale back its Bitcoin push. This is the second warning in as many weeks. The International Monetary Fund said Friday that El Salvador should dissolve the 150 million trust it created when it made the cryptocurrency Bitcoin legal tender and return any of those unused funds to its treasury. The recommendation was part of the International Lenders Report on El Salvador's economy and went beyond its statement earlier this week, urging El Salvador to drop Bitcoin as legal tender. The trust fund was intended to allow the automatic conversion of Bitcoin to US dollars, El Salvador's other currency, to encourage people wary of adopting the highly volatile digital currency. The IMF also recommended eliminating the offer of $30 as an incentive for people to start using the digital wallet Chivo and increasing regulation of the digital wallet to protect consumers. It suggests there could be benefits to use of Chivo, but only using dollars, not Bitcoin. In the near term, the actual cost of implementing Chivo and operationalizing the Bitcoin law exceed potential benefits. the report said. Salvadoran President Nayib Bukele's office did not immediately respond to a request for comment, but in recent days, Bukele has been dismissive of the IMF's recommendation of concerning Bitcoin. The IMF expressed concern over El Salvador's growing exposure to Bitcoin's volatility and urged greater transparency. Government officials told the IMF that the launch of Chivo had significantly increased financial inclusions, drawing millions of people who previously lacked bank accounts into the financial system. They also spoke of the parallel tourism promotion targeting Bitcoin enthusiasts. The government did not see a need to scale back the scope of its Bitcoin law, but agreed regulation could be strengthened, according to the report. Bukele led the push to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender alongside the U.S. dollar. El Salvador's legislative assembly made the country the first to do so in June, and the Bitcoin law went into effect in September. What we emphasize in the reports is having a digital wallet that allows people to make digital means of payment and keep their savings there. Especially in the U.S. dollar can bring benefits to the economy as well as to growth, but again, I'm emphasizing U.S. dollar because Bitcoin price is volatile. Elena Carrari, head of the IMF's mission in El Salvador, said in call with reporters Friday, after nearly doubling value late last year, Bitcoin has plunged. El Salvador and the IMF have been negotiating $1.3 billion in lendings for months. Carrari did not say if the possible loan would be held back if El Salvador continued using Bitcoin as legal tender. When asked, Carrari said, "We continue to have a strong engagement with the government of El Salvador." So these are fascinating. Make sure to hit that like button, keeping you one step ahead with not only the technical analysis, but the news as well.